How does alcohol dependence develop? That's a great question, and it's different for everybody. I can give a general example, and in this example, it's somebody who starts off in their late teens or even early teens, who tends to party with their friends and use alcohol occasionally. So there may not be a problem. However, some people might be binge drinking and feeling the consequences of that. Binge drinking is a problem when a person when it starts getting involved in their daily life. And so if they start sleeping in, missing school because they're hungover, missing work. So these are early signs right there of dependency or substance misuse. Later on, this person could end up moderating their alcohol use for several years, but then as life goes on and things become harder or some sort of challenge arises, particularly a steady chronic challenge, and if they're not having a good quality coping mechanisms, like to be able to speak with somebody about the problems they're going through, if they're not able to voice their opinions, share what's going on in their mind, if there's no outlet, for example, then these things can get worse, and the user ends up escaping their problems, medicating their pain away, whether it's actual pain or if it's psychological pain. But it tends to be a crutch with time, and people tend to rely more and more on the substance of abuse, whether it's alcohol or drugs. Then it can get to a point where there's dependency, and this is much easier to develop with the opioids, for example. But with alcohol, dependency is when a person wakes up in the morning, they're hungover, and in order to feel better, they need more alcohol so they can have what's called an eye opener or a drink in the morning. And that's another sign that there could be an alcohol problem. There's most likely an alcohol problem present. So as this person progresses through their life, they may end up relying on their drug of choice or alcohol for more and more as they deal with more and more problems in life. They can tend to withdraw from things that they once enjoyed. They tend to withdraw from people. They can become irritable, moody, and disgruntled. And so these things kind of take time. And with alcohol, it's not like like it is with other drugs where a person has like a near-death experience. With alcohol, people can more or less, on average, can continue their daily life and continue their activities and not have any problems where things bottom out, where they've hit rock bottom. It's a slow, gradual decline of deterioration, and then finally there might be something that happens, like a family member or a medical complication of the alcohol. So that illustrates an example of a general direction of somebody who spirals very slowly from alcohol abuse. With drugs, like I said, the opioids, people can spiral out of control quicker. Especially, it seems like the stronger the drug, the more potent it is, the more rapid acting it is, whether it's alcohol or any other substance of abuse, people can have a harder time, and it can impair their quality of life much quicker. So to summarize this, how does alcohol cause dependence? It's a very complicated question, but to summarize it, it becomes a gradual over-reliance on the alcohol over time, and that it starts impairing their quality of life, causing complications in their life, things like repercussions, things like missing school, missing work, not reaching deadlines, withdrawing from family members, and I hope this helps.